And of course we are back here with another video. So we are going into the month of October 2022. I'm your host Sbo Dlamini of Stocks for Hope. So remember guys to like, share, comment and subscribe on our YouTube channel so that we get motivated and then also try to improve on the delivering of these videos. So also remember guys that these videos are mainly for educational purposes, not trading or investment advice. So Stocks for Hope, Global GT and myself Sbo Dlamini will not be held liable for any profits or losses made from the information taken from this video. So guys, remember to like, share, comment and subscribe to our YouTube channel and also follow us on our social media platforms. So guys, on the menu here today, we're going to speak about there's a lot of things that are going to happen in this coming month of October. There's going to be the NFP release that is coming on this coming Friday. So this NFP is going to be very important on the US side, because we've seen like inflation has been really been on steroids there on the state side, and also globally inflation has been really on steroids. So as well as another one that is going to be a major issue here in this coming month, there's going to be some midterm elections that are going to be taking place on the 8th of November, right? But like the run-up to the midterm elections, the month of October is very important, because remember that the Democrats control the House of Representatives, they control the Senate, and also they control the White House as well. So all 435 seats at the House of Representatives are on the cards, and also 35 out of the 100 seats on the Senate are also are up for grabs. So if the Democrats lose power in 8 of the houses, so there will be some power clashes there in the United States. So also the FOMC minutes is also coming for the month of October, somewhere there between the 15th and the 17th of October. So the Fed also will need to outline what's going to happen on their next policy meeting. They are going to raise interest rates, and then when they are raising their rates, at what margin, and that they are going to be raising their rates, because like the previous meeting they raised the rates at the 75 basis point, which was the highest rates that they've ever done in more than 70 years, if I'm not mistaken. So also another big issue and another headache that is coming in the markets is the earnings season for the quarter that is just finished this previous Friday. So we've seen that the market has been jittering, and the market has been going down, and the market has been doing a lot of things that are really out of the ordinary. So on our previous video we did say that if you are trading this market, you should really be cautious, because the things that are happening in the markets are really unusual. GBPUSD moves more than 300 pips in a single day. So that is really unusual for a currency pair to move 300 pips in a single day, but we've seen it happen in the past couple of days. So yeah, that's pretty much about it on the NFP side, and then that's pretty much about it when we look at and then the midterm, and then there's the NFP, and then also remember that there is FOMC, and then Q3 earnings are also kicking in very soon, guys. So the FANG stocks are not doing very well. Apple itself lost about 130 billion in market cap in September alone. 130 billion in September alone. That is just huge. Facebook has fallen below the $100 level. Google has also fallen below the $100 level. So a lot of things are happening there, guys. So let us just check out the charts that are going to look at for this weakness. So we're going to look at Bitcoin, and then we're going to check out the 10-year yields, and then we're going to check out the German yields, and then we're going to check out the yields from the UK, the US dollar index, and then we're going to check out the NAS 100, the S&P 500, Apple, Euro dollar, GBPUSD, and then on our South African side, we're going to check out USDZAR, the top 40, BARLOWORLD, REUNERT, and then look at the core share property ETF. So those are the things that we are going to pretty much look at today on our market side. So if we go to our charts now, so we can see that Bitcoin, our sentiment hasn't really much changed here on Bitcoin. We are still pretty much bearish on Bitcoin. So right now it is testing it is trading below the 20,000 level there at $19,331. So we are still pretty much bearish there on Bitcoin. So like some crypto gurus were saying that Bitcoin is a safe haven away from inflation, but if the dollar is strong, almost everything is going down. So Bitcoin is also not safe from the dollar pulling down almost everything. So if we look at the yields, the US 10-year yields, and we've seen like bond yields explode this past week, reaching levels that they have never reached before. So the US 10-year yield, we've seen it moved, I think, close to about it reached the 4% level, if I'm not mistaken, and yeah, it reached up the 4% level, if I'm not mistaken, a little bit from our target that we pointed on the videos that we've made before. So if we look at other yield curves, like the German yield curve. So guys, also please bear with me. We all know that we have load shedding here in South Africa. So when the power is gone, even not in my area, even somewhere when the power is gone, the network is pretty much really slow. So please bear with us on that. Okay, we are back. So if we look at the German yields, euro dollar is extremely going down. So the German yields are also not in favor the euro. So we see a huge spike there on the German yields as well. So the spike almost reached the 2.5% there. So the one yield that I actually wanted to spoke about is the UK yield, which is the GB 30-year yield. So this one is actually the one that made the news this past week, that the central bank at the UK, what they did, they actually bought they actually bought the yields, né? So they bought the yield, and then what happened is that the British pound spiked lower, and then the yields, they spiked higher. So, and then after they spiked, and then the Bank of England intervened on this, and then we started seeing this move going lower. So that's why we've been seeing the GBP the GBP recovering there for the past couple of days. So if we look at the S&P 500, so on the story of the S&P 500, if we look at the market map of the S&P 500, you can see that almost every stock here is red. So just a few sectors here on the market on the previous Friday that was positive. The real estate sector was the only one that was positive. But if you look at the large companies, Microsoft, Apple, then Google, Amazon, Tesla, Walmart, those ones were the ones that were beating extremely in this past month. Nvidia, ExxonMobil, you can see that they have been beating very bad in the past month. So if you look at the charts there of the S&P 500, we can see that the structure is still telling us that a serious bearish trend is at play here. So you might see 34.88, and then next on the cards you might see 33.50, and then you might see as low as 3200 there on the S&P 500. So these are extreme levels, I know, but I once spoken about these levels when the market was supposed to touch here, and when the market was somewhere here. It was in March, and then it happened. So even now you can see that the structure, it is telling us that the market wants to push and go lower. So if we go to the Nasdaq 100, interestingly, I think about a day ago I tweeted that the Nasdaq 100's support level is acting like it's going to hold like this chip right here. So if you're seeing this chip right here, that's the support level of the Nasdaq 100. So if this level breaks, this chip is also going to break. So surprisingly enough, when we see the next 100, so when someone opens the door, that chip acts as a lock. So when someone opens the door, the 11,000 level will be broken. So at the close yesterday, that level was actually broken, and then we started seeing we might see like the Nasdaq trading lower to 10,000, then pulling back to 11,000, and then you might actually see the market dropping even lower. Even I think I actually even updated about this last night before I slept, that that level was actually broken. Yes, I updated about it. So I even said touchdown the 11,000 handle. So it was just a simple update. So if you can go to my Twitter, you can actually see what I was saying there. So if you look at euro dollar, so the story of euro dollar here, someone might say the recovery is actually happening, but I tend to disagree, because the recovery that we are seeing is from the Bank of England intervening, that they are buying the 30-year yield. So we are seeing the recovery from those news there, but the actual market, the actual trend is still actually going down. So this level was previously a support level, so it broke. Now it has been a resistance level. So euro dollar on the daily chart is actually bouncing on this level. It's actually retesting this level, and then you might actually see euro dollar going even lower to 0.95, and then even lower as the 0.92 level. So even the story of GBP USD, the story of GBP USD is actually very scary if we look at it like that, because now we see that the intervention happened somewhere here where GBP fell almost those 300 pips that I spoke about at the beginning, and then now the Bank of England intervened, and then we started seeing some more buyers and even maybe some profit taking happening there. So but this level again was maybe a previous support level. It was broken, now it's been tested. So GBP USD, we might actually see it going to the parity level. We spoke about euro dollar going to parity. Also GBP USD, we might also see it as well going to parity, where 1 GBP will be equal to 1 US dollar there. So if you move on to our on our side and look at USDZAR, we are all market participants, guys. So some of the things that I say and I speak about here, I cannot say them. Maybe if someone can ask me when we are sitting at a bar, or when I'm in a taxi or doing whatever, because like some of these things are actually really scary for people who are not in the market. Because like for us guys who are in the market, we tend to maybe try to understand these things and then try to grasp it. But for a person who's not in the market, these things are actually very scary, because like they affect them like personally on the daily basis. Because like we've seen like the food prices going higher, and we've seen like taxi fare going higher. We've seen like we've seen even a petrol going higher more than 3 times this year alone. We have load shedding, we have stages of load shedding. I even saw somewhere like someone saying that they have like their favorite load shedding schedule. So like what our country has become like I don't know, a zombie town, if I could say, because like we now have a favorite load shedding session. Like what have we become? Like what have we become? Like really, like we're supposed to be a first class country here in Africa, but like we are going below even like those third countries, third world countries here in Africa. But let us hope that maybe in a few years time our situation will improve. So USDZAR 18 rand was knocked off on the cards. So 18 rand 50, it is going to happen either we like it or not, but 1850 is going to happen. Even the 19 rand level is pretty much not that very far from us. So if we look at the top 40, which is the J200, So the J200s, there's still this large head and shoulder that is right here. The markets went down and then it tried to recover, but we're still going to the 50,000 level, whether we like it or not. The chase is going to that level. When load shedding is still here, the chase is going to that level, because banks and traders there on those large institutions are also affected by these load shedding things. So if you look at BARLOWORLD, it's, I think it's BAU, the ticker code, it's BAU. So the story of BARLOWORLD, I read somewhere that BARLOWORLD wants to unbundle their stake on Avis, if I'm not mistaken. It's Avis. They want to unbundle their stake on it's either they sell the entire Avis entity or they unbundle it to be a separate entity. Because like Avis, it's where they do vehicle rentals, and also they have cars that they sell there. So I think if they do that, they maybe, if they sell, the buyer could be maybe Transaction Capital, which is a large motor group. Transaction Capital is also the one that finances most of the taxis that you see on the road. Transaction Capital is the owner of We Buy Cars. So I think they can, those are the guys that can actually buy that stake from BARLOWORLD. If not, they unbundle it to be a separate entity. It will be a competitor for Motors. It will be a competitor for CMH Motors, that's Avis. So those are the two scenarios that I'm just seeing here. So I think as well they unbundling it, maybe it's tracking their portfolio. I do not know, but after they announced those news, we've seen that this candle spiking up. That maybe this level here on BARLOWORLD, the 92 rand level, is an important part, because also myself, I hold a huge chunk of BARLOWORLD that is on negative. So I hope this stock recovers. So the next one that we need to look at is REUNERT. I think it's ROL, if I'm not mistaken, the ticker code. Let me see here. REUNERT. Yeah. Oh, RLO. I said ROL. Okay. So REUNERT or REUNERT. This one is an independent power. Those, they call it IPPs. Is an independent power supplier. So this one might be one of those companies when the government starts rolling out those IPPs to maybe get into the grid. So this one as well might actually benefit from that. So it's not a small company, it's a huge company like Vivo Energy. Also Vivo Energy might benefit from there, from what might happen there. So REUNERT, watch out for the stock. Also Kibo Energy as well might benefit from those dealings there as well. So the last one, guys, is the core share ETF, CS prop. I personally bought this ETF, I think at the beginning of the year, when I saw interest rates rising. So I thought maybe when interest rates rise, the banks are going to do good, and then like the property sector is going to do good. But I think I was wrong. Why I'm saying I think I was wrong, I didn't put in the inflation. That inflation will come and rock everybody. So inflation is rocking everyone, and also interest rates are high. People cannot afford rent. People cannot barely afford to pay their loans, their bonds. Like inflation cannot be 8%. but like your salary is going up with 2%, sometimes 0%, but like inflation is at 8%, and interest rates are at 9.5%. So all those things are just squeezed and squashed in your salary. So I thought that the CS prop was going to be a major rock star this year, but I can't say I was wrong, because like these factors, I didn't put them into account, because I didn't know even that the war in Russia or Ukraine is going to continue up until now, that they are threatening each other with nuclear weapons. Because like we've seen, NATO is saying that the Ukraine has also applied to NATO, join NATO, but like the former head Soviet state is saying that if the Ukraine joins NATO, hell is gonna break loose. So these guys are threatening each other with nuclear weapons. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm sorry about the technical glitches that had happened. So some of these things are just out of our control. We have load shedding. When we have load shedding, the network is very bad. So guys, remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe on our videos. If you like a trusted broker, you can join us at Global GT. The link is down here on this video to open a live account. Low spreads, immediate deposits, and also withdrawals are very, very fast. You can withdraw to your crypto wallets, and also you can withdraw to your personal bank account. So guys, remember to like, share, comment, and also remember that these videos are mainly for educational purposes, not trading or investment advice. So people, they should not trade money they cannot afford to lose. So thank you guys. I'll definitely check you out on the next video. Bye.